Happy Monday. Mondays are Theology in Plain Clothes. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ebony Janice. I go by Ebony Janice, which means that you should call me Ebony Janice. And today I'm here to, allegedly, according to my notes, the subject line is why I left the church and found God. No. So, I actually, and this is in the archive, I have never actually ever said that I don't believe in Jesus Christ, because that's not true. What I have always said is that I no longer identify as a Christian. I've been crystal clear about that. I've been crystal clear about really fleshing out my thoughts and theories on Jesus Christ, both as the Son of God and also as a manifestation of God. And I am making those two very distinct things because I think it's important as I understand myself in relationship to both Jesus and to God. And finally, I have always said that Jesus is my way to God, at which point I transitioned or was in my theological transition and shift. I may have left Christianity as it is understood, but I never left Jesus Christ as a really important, not really important, as an essential part of my journey. I do not get to be Ebony Janice without Jesus as my way to God. That is my story, that is my path, and I am emphasizing my for a very particular and necessary and essential reason. I've already said I think that religion and faith is very personal, and it doesn't make sense to me that we all have like these very unique blueprints or fingerprints, and that there would be a singular blueprint then to what our faith journey would look like. So my path, me, I, Ebony Janice, this one, this girl, this woman, this little boy, whatever you want to call me, me, my path to God, my way to God, my introduction, period, my introduction to God. You don't even know what that is. You ain't even as deep as I am yet because you ain't never had no introduction. My introduction to God, Jesus. My path at this point has moved me away from the structure of religion, the institution of religion, the system of religion that requires me to believe that Jesus is the only way to God. Which then, from a Christian perspective, or from a Western Christian perspective, most people would then believe that I don't believe in Jesus, that I don't believe in God, and that I'm not saved. And to that I say, I was going to say pop that coochie. That's so inappropriate. That's not what I was going to say, but here we are. What I will say is that my journey has expanded God. My concept of God when I was a Christian really was, I thought big, and even I think I sang songs about how great is our God. And my concept of God was so tiny because it demonized everything to the extent that it was even demonizing the creation of God, the brilliance of God, the mind of God. One small example that I'll give is astrology. So many Christians in contemporary Christendom believe that astrology is demonic. Meanwhile, it's in the book. It's in the Bible that not only did he place the stars in the sky strategically, then numbered them and named them. So the flattening of God, the smallness of God in this particular context means that God arbitrarily, specifically, put the stars in the sky, numbered them, named them. It's literally, the atmospheric pressure is requiring that it rains diamonds pretty much 24/7 on the planet Uranus. And you think that that means nothing? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find the small way that God has been diminished from this perspective suspicious? That's wild to me. There's no way that I could conceive the God of wonder beyond our galaxy. Baby boys and girls, we are just talking about God and Jesus in this galaxy. There are infinite. We won't even know what's going on out there. And you think that that's it? That's wild to me. So if the title is real, How I Left the Church and Found God, it's not real. It is that my theological shift made God so much bigger. Oh, God is so massive. I actually feel emotional even talking about this in this moment, because every time I really think about, I'm not going to do this on camera. Every time I really think about how big God is, how vast, how powerful, how mighty, and that I am a portion of the personality of the God of wonder beyond our galaxy. The universe, the multiverse, the verse that doesn't even have a number, the infoverse, block me, is declaring the majesty of God. And you can only conceive a God that enfleshed in human form and died and then resurrected. And that's the only concept. Anything else, you cannot conceive it. Now again, this is my, me, I, Ebony Janice, she, her, me, he, be, we, free. Honestly, I don't know why anybody listens to me when I act like this. My journey, my path, my story, my relationship, my revelations, my understandings refuses to give my life to a God that is that tiny. And I'm not saying that God is tiny. I'm saying that conception of God, that understanding of God, that theological teaching of God. I, me, I, her, she, me, it, they, this one. Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way.